An epic story, 9 years in the making.
And they used every second of that 9 years to make this.
They did. It did run, it seemed a little long.
Uh-huh.
Very CGI, graphic, intensive movie.
But if you like action, lots of that.
There is mindless action.
Oh, yeah.
But
Okay,
action.
action.
Okay, you guys are all over the place. Why don't you just start from a place and we'll proceed from there?
I did.
Okay.
I said it was 9 years in the making.
But they don't know what yet. Mad Max. We went to see the Mad Max movie.
Well, the title of the thing is Furiosa. I'm pretty sure they know what they're watching here. But Anya-Taylor Joy, Chris Hemsworth, two of my favorite actors currently. Not like all-time favorite, but I like their acting. If I see them in a movie, I'll go usually check it out. Chris Hemsworth, completely different role from his normal roles.
Well, he was kind of channeling a combination of regular Thor and comedy Thor.
And crazy Thor.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
But,
Like Ragnarok.
But I thought he did perfect for the role. Like,
Yeah.
Like he was good comic relief, but it wasn't overboard.
Yeah. I'll give him that, yes. The action, although mindless, was still good action. Lots of stuff happening.
If you like the Mad Max action, this is right. Like there's plenty of it.
A couple of things annoyed me though. Is I'm not sure if it's a Mad Max thing because I'm not a big Mad Max fan, but some of the camera work where they just like they're fast forwarding the, you know what I mean? Like they run it faster.
Well, it'll always be like there'll be a close up, and then it kind of pulls away from you like this, and you can tell it goes from a regular shot to a CGI shot. They do that numerous times through the movie.
Okay, I'm not a huge Mad Max fan. Like back in the old Thunderdome days.
Mel Gibson.
Okay, I think I was too young at the time. I don't even know. I just never paid attention to it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I saw the Charlize Theron version.
It's funny how Mad Max is the Charlize Theron version.
The one where she was in it. I reference her because this is the Furiosa story. Okay, I saw that, and I thought it was pretty decent. I'm still not taken with this whole post-apocalyptic weird world.
No.
But after seeing this, now I want to see that previous movie again because I enjoyed this so much.
Really?
And when you turned to me and said, "What are we watching?"
Listen,
I was thinking, we're watching something epic.
okay, no. We're watching a movie where it's a future where resources are extremely scarce and valuable, and gasoline is one of those scarce, valuable resources, and they'll drive 100 motorcycles in a circle all day.
Actually, gasoline is one of the most abundant things there because of gas
Well,
town.
I guess there's, I mean, yeah.
Well,
but
except at the beginning when he's gathering up all his guys, he doesn't own Gastown yet.
Not yet.
Yeah.
There's 1,000 of the motorcycles. They're running around and they're taking gas tanks from their bikes that break down. That's how scarce it is. But they have thousands of them.
Now, online, I'm not seeing a lot of stuff about this movie, like review-wise about them talking about good or bad about this movie. What I am seeing is them saying people are tired of girl boss movies and that's why they're not going to see this and that's why it had a bad opening.
You know what though?
Weekend.
The movie started and I thought exactly that. I thought it's another girl boss movie, but then it gets away from that, and
I think
turns into
it's
better.
the advertising that did this, like the trailers and that did this dirty.
Yeah,
because they made it look like a girl boss movie.
You know what it got interesting to me is, spoiler, after the arm thing. After the arm thing, I was like, "Oh, that's cool."
Well, yeah, but you didn't know that happened. Anyone who watched the first movie knew that happened.
Oh, no, I didn't know that happened.
The crazy thing about this is you're going to go see this movie thinking it's about Furiosa. Why don't you kind of get into frame here? This is about Furiosa, and it really isn't. This is about the history of this world where you have these rival gangs doing battle, and this is how things play out in this world, and it's just following her. She's not a major player in this at all. It's just following her story.
Well, I think it's kind of, she's kind of a major player in this. It's following her. Yeah, you're seeing the history of the world, and it's following her, but you see her growth.
But she's not the hero that drives the story. The story's happening around her, and she's in every scene because she's the linchpin where the
Connecting
camera's
all the
going.
scenes.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's not about Furiosa destroying everything. It's not that at all. It's not girl boss. It's not Rey Skywalker kind of thing.
Well, I'd say it's a lot about her vengeance,
Well, it is a vengeance story.
right?
Yeah.
So
However, I will say, when we say mindless violence, the scenes are very cut up a lot. Some of the things, like when she first escapes from the guy, the one of the sons, right? When she's a
Scrotus
kid.
or Rictus?
Yeah. I think it was Scrotus.
Okay.
The big guy. She's hanging from chains, completely hidden, like underneath, and then it cuts back, and suddenly, it's months later.
Time
well,
was
they
weird.
had to make her grow up.
Yeah, but that's what, like, she's in the middle of an escape, and that's a weird thing. She doesn't leave the place. She stays there, and because Anya-Taylor Joy looks so much like a boy, sorry, they did this one scene where she's flipping around onto this truck and everything, and they say, "You, kid, boy, get out there and do that."
Yeah.
She looked nowhere like a boy.
Well, this was like Armageddon Mulan. Like, everybody
Yeah.
knew that it was a girl that's watching the film. There's no way she passes as a boy.
No.
I'll say this though, they did a really good job casting from little girl her all the way up to adult her. Like the actors, like little girl actresses that they
Oh yeah,
used.
the
looked
acting in this
very
movie is
similar.
very good.
Like, but appearance wise was fantastic.
Yeah, I like. I almost like the little girl parts of this movie more than I like some of the rest of the movie, and it kind of reminded me in my own thought of Conan. How I really liked the beginning of Conan, and then when Conan showed it up, I hated it more. Like, it became kind of the same old again.
When Conan showed
It up.
Showed it up. When he showed it up,
You caught
I
that
done
too.
did do showed up good.
Anyway, like, for a year that is so crappy, I'm looking back and I'm seeing some good movies that we've seen lately. Like we've had Dune this year.
Yes.
We've had this one.
Completely different movies too.
Well,
I'd say more.
kind of very sandy.
Dune is more drama. This is more just comic book action.
We had Planet of the Apes. There are some good films coming out this year, and that's weird. And then we see some trailers. What did you? Okay, let's veer off a little bit. What did you think of the Wizard of Oz trailer there? Wicked.
Well, if you know the story of Wicked, it's a musical in Broadway. That is exactly what this is.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay. So they're not rewriting this
No, it's-
whole
no.
Witch of the West thing.
No, Wicked,
Wicked
is an
is a
actual
Broadway
story
show,
already.
yes.
Okay. What did you think about the Joker trailer?
Oh, I am going to hate the Joker. I can tell right now I'm going to hate it. I thought it looked like it was going to be really acted well, but the whole music part that I'm listening, I'm just going, oh, I'm not going to like this.
I don't know if I'm gonna not like it.
That's how I feel. I thought I was gonna hate it, and then I saw the trailer and I said, "Wait, they might actually do something good with this."
Well, we will see, because I've seen 3 musicals this year and I didn't like any of them. So
Because I think they're gonna make all the musical part like psychedelic in his head,
could be,
yeah.
right?
could be.
Like so. Anyway,
But you know, it's just like with Lady Gaga's in it. She's going to be just singing away. So there's going to be regular songs in this.
It's very rare though that I've seen anything that she's been in that I didn't like. Like she does a decent job.
Instead of going into it loathing, I think there's still some hope.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, we're veering off of this review.
Okay, so
Right,
what do
right.
you give the
Bring it back.
Furiosa?
Well, I'll go with you guys. You first.
I'm gonna go. I'll give it a 7. Like, okay, it's a good night out at the movies, but it was long and there was a lot of stuff that could have been cut.
Okay,
I'm waiting for a 9.
I didn't think it was long until the last 20 minutes.
The ending.
The ending was
It
so
felt like Lord of the Rings
super long for no reason.
for no reason.
And because you were expecting the whole finish to be epic, but it wasn't. It was just kind of like a downer.
Yeah.
Anyway, that being said, I'll give this an 8.5.
And with that, the lights went out all over the world. I'm going to give it a 7. It was an okay movie. I enjoyed it. To me, it was just pure action more than story. But it was well acted. The CGI did get annoying to me after a while.
It was mostly well acted.
I didn't mind any of the actors in it.
The major players were acted it well. Everybody else, like all of the secondary characters,
yeah, but
I hate that.
But they're the over-the-top,
I hate that.
Post-apocalyptic kind of story.
That makes the story.
Yeah, but that's Mad Max.
I don't like that.
Well, this
then
whole
you don't
movie,
like Mad Max then.
This whole movie was developed to be an anime movie, and then they turned it into a live action.
Is that right?
That's why it was so crazy.
I mean, the War Boys are in this, and all. This is all from the history of Mad Max. So, yeah, I did like the fact that they did some of the special effects in real life, as opposed to all CGI. But after so many times of running back and forth on the top of a truck and throwing a spear and having an exploding and then a truck flip, by the 9th time, I said, okay,
Nah,
do something else.
I didn't get tired of the action. The action I thought was epic all the way through. I was entertained.
But it was the same action.
Don't care. It was still entertaining. But what I will say is that in this world, I would have died at birth.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I would not survive this world.
No.
You were the first child we saw that was born from that girl in the captivity.
Oh, yeah.
That was you.
Yeah, we're not keeping this one.
No. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a 7. It was a fine movie to watch and everything like that. I was actually not looking forward to this film too much.
Me either.
And apparently not too many people are, because even though it's got good reviews on film, on like Megacritic and all these other places, it did only 25 million opening weekend. I think it tied with Garfield, which isn't doing too well. But this cost $168 million to make.
Yeah, but I think the reason is because this is a very male-oriented movie. So you're gonna eliminate all the female audience almost right away.
Okay, but Star Wars was a male-oriented movie at the beginning.
Star Wars is pretty mainstream. This Mad Max is, I don't think, geared towards women too much.
No. And you know what? The first Star Wars probably wasn't neither. You know, the first superhero movie wasn't geared towards females neither, but they seem to do okay. John Wick is not a female-oriented movie, and it did okay.
But it's a John Wick. It's John Wick franchise. The first movie did not blow everybody away and make tons and tons of money. This is just not for everybody.
There is a sort of a cult following that likes this sort of thing, and it will do well in those circles.
I guess. See, I wasn't even Mad Max Fury Road. I wasn't even a fan too much of that one myself. So these aren't really for me. I remember watching all the Mad Maxes, and I really only liked one of them, sort of, and that was the one Beyond Thunderdome, and that was it. So I guess these movies just aren't for me. I thought it was okay.
It was okay.
But I could...
Paul's a fanboy?
I could really care less if they make another one, unfortunately.
I thought this was epic, and I'm going to watch the other one right away.
He's going home to do it now.
Yeah. Actually, start with the original Mad Max.
I might go back and watch them, just so I know what they were doing at the beginning.
There's 3 of them. Give it a whirl. There you go. Very mixed review from us, and we talked about other stuff for no reason.
Bonus content.